The straight bar full planche is a much harder variation of the regular planche. It is also a very challenging static push exercise, so to achieve this skill you must have a tremendous amount of straight arm strength. In this tutorial I will only cover the supinated grip, because it is the most common and easiest grip used in the straight bar planche. The technique can be quite complicated, so I will show you 4 progressions to help you achieve the straight bar full planche. It is expected that you already have a solid full planche before learning how to straight bar full planche. Now let's cover the form do's and don'ts. The first mistake is bent arms and bent legs. The bent arms will introduce your chest and triceps into the exercise. This will reduce load on the shoulders, making the exercise easier. Your body should be in a linear horizontal position with both your arms and legs fully locked out to achieve the cleanest form. The second mistake is entering the straight bar full planche from a tucked position. Although this is not wrong, it can make it a lot harder to find balance on your palms. Ideally we want to keep locked out limbs with no bend in the lower back or hips. When entering the straight bar planche, it would be better to slowly lift into that horizontal line so that it is easier to balance directly on your palms throughout the whole movement. The first progression that I have for you is the supinated planche lean. When first attempting this progression, you may notice it is very hard to not overlean. You must keep scapular depression and shoulder protraction to prevent yourself from falling forward. During this exercise, your bicep acts as a dynamic stabilizer. Just like in the supinated grip straight bar full planche, it is important that you keep your body in a linear position throughout the whole movement. Otherwise you could be taking load off the shoulders by dipping your hips. The second progression is the supinated grip tucked planche. This exercise will help you to get used to balancing on your palms in a planche position. It is also important that you don't drop your hips, otherwise you take load off the shoulders and it becomes harder to balance. Also, by keeping your hands at shoulder width and only leaning far enough for you to get that body into that horizontal line, you are developing good balance and body control for the straight bar full planche. The third progression is the supinated grip L planche push-up. This exercise can be quite challenging, so make sure that you are comfortable with the previous progressions. When performing this exercise, it is very important that you don't drop your hips, otherwise it becomes a dip. Also make sure that you're always pushing from your hips, no half reps. And always lock out your arms at the top of each rep, so that you have full range of motion. This particular exercise will strengthen your straight bar pushing strength. The final progression is the straight bar straddle planche. This exercise is an easier variation of the straight bar full planche. The same rules apply. Locked out limbs, linear horizontal body, scapular depression, and protracted shoulders. Once you can hold the straight bar straddle planche for at least 7 seconds, then there is no reason why you could not perform a straight bar full planche. I personally found that this particular skill takes a very long time to achieve, so don't expect to get it right away. If you implement these exercises into your planche workout and put in the time, work and energy needed, then you should be able to master the straight bar full planche. For preparation and conditioning, the floor planche can help you learn to balance on your palms in a planche position, because it doesn't allow your fingers to grab onto anything. That's all for today's tutorial. Feel free to ask questions and I will see you in my next video.